Yesterday we talked about central angles, just like this picture, and that means the vertex is on the center. So which one of these pictures is a central angle? Ooh, FA is a little bit different today than yesterday. It is F. Good job. F has a vertex on the center. So that is a central angle. That's what we did yesterday. Today we are going to do an inscribed angle. Please look at your notes that you picked up, then look at the board. Which one of these pictures is inscribed? Look at your notes. Oh, not that many. Not A. C. Do you see how this vertex is on my curve? On the circle. That is going to be an inscribed angle, and that is what we are doing today. So, if you fold your notes like a book, it says inscribed angle. The definition is, the definition of an inscribed angle is an angle whose vertex lies on the circle or on this curve. C-U-R-V-E. So right here, point B is on my curve. Do y'all agree with that? Yes. This is an inscribed angle. And what's special about an inscribed angle is because it's not at the center, the angle is no longer going to be the same as the arc. But if this is X, put an X right there on that top picture, please. Anybody want to guess what my arc will be? It's going to be 2X. If I know the angle and I want to find the arc, what am I going to do? Multiply by 2. If I know the angle and I want to find the arc, all you have to do is multiply by 2. Does everybody have everything that I've written down on your paper? Please do that. Now, what if I want to go backwards? What if I know the arc and I want to find the angle? I'm going to divide by 2 or, I shouldn't have written that. Hold on. Dividing by 2 is the same thing as taking half. So the measure of the angle is half of the measure of the arc. So if I were to say this arc was 60 degrees, what is this angle going to be? Divide it by 2 and I get 30. So the angle is half of the arc. Will this work every time? Every single time. Okay? You just have to remember which one is which, whether you're multiplying or dividing. The way I remember is, don't you agree this arc is bigger than that little angle? So that should always be the bigger number. Open up your notes, please. Open up your notes. Oh, we'll do that in a minute. All right, it says, find the measure of the following inscribed angle. So right here, I have the arc. How do I find the angle? It's on my circle, so it's inscribed. What do? Divide it by 2. So what is 116 divided by 2? It is 58 degrees. So my answer is 58 degrees. And that's it. That's how to do this. Are you with me? What about the next one? What if I have the angle and I want to find the arc? Multiply by 2. So what is 35 times 2. 70 degrees is my answer. Now, will you have a question like that on your test?
Yes.
Yeah. But am I also going to make this a little bit more complicated? Am I going to make you search for some things?
Yes.
Sure. So, can I move this? Can I go down? Look at number 2. Number 2 is going to make you find A and B. A, everybody put a point here and a point here. A is from here all the way here. How do I find that big arc?
You can divide. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this right here, but what do I know about a whole circle? It's 360. So I can add these two together to figure out the rest. So I'm going to do 82 plus 60. And that gives me 142. And then what did y'all say I was going to do? Subtract from 360. What is 360 minus 142? It is 218 degrees. 218 degrees. What questions can I answer about how I got the rest of that arc? Yes. We're okay with that? How do I find B? If I have the arc and I want to find the angle, what am I going to do? What did we do right here when we had the angle and the arc, we wanted to find the angle? We divided by 2. So I'm going to do 218 divided by 2. And 218 divided by 2 is 109 degrees. Do I have any questions? All right, look at number 3. Now we're going to combine what you just learned with what you learned yesterday. Everybody go to number 3. What's different about this 152? Hey, don't you agree this D is my what? Y'all look up at the board. D is my center. If D is the center and this is 152, what is this arc right here? Remember yesterday we learned they're the same? If it's on the center, we're the same. 152. So be careful, because you're going to be used to multiplying by 2, and then I'm going to throw in one of the old ones, and then you're going to be like, whoa, why don't I multiply by 2? Because this is at the center. If it's at the center, like yesterday, they're the same number. Y'all remember that? Say that again? No, because this right here doesn't go through the center. We'll talk about that. Okay, ABC. How can I find angle? And this time it's talking about an angle. A to B to C. So remember, you look at that middle letter. This wants to know, what is this angle B? I'm going to divide by 2. Just like we did over here. If I have the arc and I want the angle, I divide by 2. I know there's a bunch of stuff in the middle, but I have the arc, I want the angle, divide by 2. What is 152 divided by 2? 76 degrees.
How much does it cost to sue the school?
Not right now, please. I'm recording. And last but not least, this one is talking about arc, ABC. So make sure you see the difference between these two, because although this is ABC and this is ABC, this is an arc. If you're doing the arc, what do you need to do?
You look at the arc.
You look at the arc. You need to be going around. Yesterday, some of y'all, it said arc, but y'all were like going straight across and stuff. So make sure you're going around. A to B to C. A to B to C. Yes. That's exactly what you're going to do. What is a whole circle? 360. So I'm going to do 360 minus 152. What is 360 minus 152? 208 is my answer. What questions can I answer? If I have it written down, you should too, please. Close your notes. We're going to do the last part real quick.
And then we're done.
We're going to play a game, and then, yeah.
Yes. No assignment, right?
Definitely have an assignment. But it's going to take 5 minutes. It's true. It's 4 questions. Okay. For this question, for this part right here, what do you notice is inside my circle? It is a quadrilateral. Everybody underline the word quadrilateral. I need your focus to be up here. A quadrilateral has 4 sides. Do y'all agree that has 4 sides? Okay. Now, this word inscribed, that means it's inside. Do y'all agree the quadrilateral is inside my circle? If this happens, I need y'all to just look up real quick. Do you agree angle A right here? If I were to do angle A, it has the arc BD.
Yes.
Do y'all agree with that?
Yes.
And if I were to do angle C right here, this also has the arc BD but the other way.
Yes.
Do y'all agree with that? Because of that, the arcs make 360 degrees. And if you want the angles, what do? Divide by 2. What's half of 360 degrees? 180. Angle A plus angle C equals 180 degrees. The same thing happens, so these two right here equal 180 degrees. And B and D also equal 180 degrees. Your angles will not be the same. And every year people give me, oh, whatever this is, that is. No, they equal 180. So in the blanks, I want you to write the opposite angles of a quadrilateral inscribed in a circle are, what's it called when they equal 180? They are different, but what's it called? Supplementary. As long as you know they equal 180, you are good. So now open up your notes, and we have the last question. Write it down, write it down. Okay, can I? All right, so my last question says, angle A. How do I find angle A right here? Well, what do I know about these two? They equal 180. So if they equal 180, how do I figure out that missing one if I know this is 120? 120?
What? Why not? Wait,
You're only doing these two. So 180 minus 120 is 60 degrees is my answer. Does that make sense? What about B? How do I find B right here? What? Why minus 100? Because it's a cross. So I'm going to do 180 minus 100 is 80. And that's all you do. You just have to subtract from 180 from the one across from it. Now, The last question says, what is arc? It has an arc, so what do I need to be doing? Going around. Arc ADC. ADC goes with which angle? Nope, that's the arc ADC. What angle does this go with? What angle is it attached to? Nope. Nope. Now you're just saying letters. Which angle? Look right here. Do you see how this one right here, this arc is right here? And it's attached to that angle right there? This arc right here goes with what angle? Not D. D's inside of that. It goes with?
I said B. I said every single letter.
You did. That's why I was just waiting for you to quit guessing and start looking. Does that make sense how this A right here goes with B and the C? It makes the angle. What is that angle right there? What did we say angle B was? 80. So if that's 80, how do I find the arc? No. If I know the angle, how do I find the arc? If I know the angle, how do I find the arc? Times 2. 80 times 2 is 160. If you know the angle, multiply by 2 for the arc. So ABC, your arc is the other, or your angle is the other letter. If that's the arc, your angle is the letter that's not included in there. I actually taught that in 16 minutes today. Yay! Okay, if you can please glue this in to page 58, Inscribed Angles. Glue that in to page 58. Well, I'm going to do 4 and then y'all are going to do 4.
Let me tell you something.
Right, not really.
Ah, it's frozen.
Dummy.
Dang it, I was kind of hoping it wasn't going to be frozen.
Why you have just one?
Glue this in, please. It's in front of Hedda's computer. Yes. What? Get a lawyer. Okay. No, you're never. But it's money. You have to have like a valid reason. Okay. Not right now. Let me finish this. All right. I'm going to do the odd numbers with you. So I need you to look up, please. I'm going to do the odd numbers with you. Y'all ready? How did I skip over you? All right. Look up. Shh, you're about to have a bunch of time to yourself. Just give me like 3 more minutes. Angle X is 30. Everybody put a 30 on X. How do I find YB? How do I find the arc? No. Times 2. What is 30 times 2? 60. And that's your answer to number 1, and that's all you had to do. Not bad? No, not necessarily. Number 2. No, not number 2. Skip number 2 for right now. Number 3. I'm doing odds. You're going to do evens in a minute. Number 3. If angle A is 110 and angle M is 65, there are 8. I'm doing 4. You're doing 4. So I'm just labeling what it gave me. How do I find angle K right here?
Do you add A and M?
Nope.
You add, no, miss, it's 70.
What do we know about these two right here? They equal 180. So look at your notes if you're confused. How did we find this other one over here? Subtract from 180. So what is 180 minus 110? Alex was right. It is 70. And what am I going to do to find this angle R right here? Same thing, except this time 180 minus 65, which is 115. No. To help you with number 4, I'm not going to do it for you, but I would like you to write for number 4, just a reminder, a triangle equals 180 degrees. Just remember that. All right, turn your paper over, please. Did y'all get all of that written down? Turn your paper over. Number 5. This is probably the one that kids usually ask the most questions about. 5 says a BC is 30 degrees. What is AC? What is this AC right here? No. What do I know? Louder? Why do I know that this whole thing equals 180? Because look, it's a semicircle. That's the diameter. So if the whole thing equals 180, what is going to be this left side in green? 150. I just did 180 minus 30.
150 and then 180?
No. 150 is 30 here. The whole thing is 180. So that's how I got 150, is doing 180 minus 30. Does that make sense? How do I get angle B right here? How do I figure out the angle? Not 30. Divide it by 2. Divide what by 2? 150 divided by 2 is 75. All right. Last one I'm going to do with you. Can I slide it over? No. All right. Last one, number 7. Angle M is 122 degrees. How do I find angle P right across from it? Minus 180, because don't you agree those equal 180 together? So what is, be careful, you're doing 200 minus.
It's Wednesday.
What is 180 minus 122? 58. So angle P is 58 degrees. Everybody, look up, please. Everybody look up at my board. Pause what you're doing, look up. How do I find arc SPA? Look up. S to P to A. What angle goes with SPA? M. And M is 122. How do I find this arc? Times 2 is 244. Okay. You have 5 minutes. I'm giving you 5 minutes to finish these 4 problems and turn them in. But pause what you're doing. I want you to be careful on this last one. It tells you if angle M is this, angle A is 80. Everybody put your 80 on that. If A is 80, what is M?
80.
No.
0. 100.
So please be careful, because that's what everybody's been doing today. These are not the same. What did we say about these?
180.
They equal 180. So just be careful when you need an equation right here. You need 4x plus 40 equals something and solve.
180.
Not 180. All right. You have 5 minutes to get that done and turn it in, and then we'll play a game.